we're done with the pilot holes, right? So let's take this drill bit out. Okay, so now I got my big bit that just barely fits through the hole. So I'm going to have the issue of it potentially popping through, so I'm going to have to put that other tap in again to prevent that to happen. Or you can put a piece of wood or whatever you like, just you ought to put something in there. You don't want it to go through the shoe, that's bad. Now, the good news is I've already got my pilot holes, so I know where this needs to go through. So I can just line it up at the pilot hole and drill it through. And you notice I kind of go in and out, move it around and stuff like that to really make sure the hole's as clear as possible. Now this hole you might be able to see. Maybe, hopefully. Alright. Cool. We got a hole. This is good news. Alright, now I'm just going to do that. This is my tap fellow. I'm going to do that with the other ones as well. Alright? So I have a number 6-32 by a quarter inch T-nut. Got this at Home Depot. Lowe's didn't have this size, unfortunately. But and you go to any hardware store, or I'm sure you can go online. It's called a T-nut. And I'm going to need some more tools. Make sure you can see this. There's your little T-nut. And there's your holes. T-nut's got to go in the holes. All right, the shaft of the T-nut goes in the hole. My hole's not big enough, is it? Yeah, see, I'm trying to squeeze the T-nut in. That shaft right there is too thick for the hole. So that means I need a bigger hole. Yeah. Should probably find a drill. That's the thing here. I'll hold this up. A drill bit that is the same size as the T-nut. See how those are the same size? So I'm trying to get the right angles here. It's a little funky. Right? About the same size. Cool. So this is probably quarter inch. I guess this is quarter inch drill bit. All right. So we're gonna make these holes bigger. Now, what do you say we try the T-nut again? All right, so let's come in for our close-up here. There we go. All right, let's get a little T-nut in there. Hey, hey, hey! All right, so you can see the T-nut's in there, although if I could get the right angle, you would be able to see it's not flush. Right? It's still like that far up from the top. So to get that flush, that's why we got the tools, my friends. Got a solid little hammer here. Now, what's the crowbar for? Well, this one I could probably just hammer straight down. But when you got that T-nut down in the toe, you might not want to hammer on the toe. I may have to. We'll see. So what I found with the last pair I made, I put the crowbar in here. See this bottom end here? And then I hammered the top of the crowbar and that pushed it down. I'm sure there's an actual tool that's more appropriate that's made for that. But you know what? That'd be a smart thing. Is take it to a cobbler and have them do it, right? Although I went to like 3 or 4 different places in my town, told them what I wanted to do, they all told me it couldn't be done. Now, telling me that something can't be done is the surest way for me to find a way to do it. So after like 3 or 4 of them said, no, there's no way you can put those tap shoes on, or those taps on a shoe with a rubber sole. Sure enough, I found one. All right, so I'm going to hammer this down. So it's as flush as it's going to get. Well, what does that mean? It's as flush as it's going to get. Well, that means that it's not completely flush. It's slightly above the surface, but it's as down as I can get. The good news is, when I throw this here cushion over top of it, I won't feel it. If I do, I'll get more cushion. But you get the idea. Now notice the T-nut that's this one, the orange one, was number 6-32 by 1/4 inch. So you got to make sure that the bolt is number 6-32. Then the 1.5 is just how long the bolt is. So because I'm going through that thick heel, I needed a long one. So that's 1.5. That's the bolt I'm using here. Now real quick, so first thing I'm going to do is a test run here. I'm going to put the bolt in and try to get to screw into the T-nut. Just make sure the angle's right, make sure the size is right. It's screwed in, it's going right into the T-nut. In fact, here I'll screw it in a little further so you can see it sticking out, and then I'll show you a close-up here. So you can see that screw or bolt sticking through the T-nut now. See it sticking through there in the middle of the T-nut? I know there's a little extra light there, but you get the idea. Now, you don't want that bolt to really stick up past the T-nut. Ideally, you want it flush with the T-nut. And that becomes the challenge of getting the right size bolt or cutting the bolt if necessary. All right, so I got my tab, right? I'm going to line it up with the holes that I already made. And certainly it can be done. Look here. Not that they watch it, but you know. Yay! All right. So, congratulations, I guess, to me. Our first screw is in. You see it? And then you see on the other side. And the good news is that bolt's pretty much flush with my T-nut, so I think I actually did get pretty much the right size. Woo! What a relief, my friends. What a relief. What a relief. All right. Now we're going to follow this process. We got to put in the other T-nuts, right? So I'm going to put in my next T-nut. Now, so getting the T-nut in there. Again, not as, apologize, the camera works backwards of which way I pull it. There we go. But it's not perfectly flush, but it's the best I can do for the moment. Like I said, if I can't get this one on, I'm not going to worry about it because with 2 bolts in there, pretty much guaranteed it's going to hold it. All right, let's move on to the toe. What do you say? Let's move on to the toe. Right? Move that guy out of the way. Let's work. So we got to pull this out again. How am I doing? So let's get the T-nut out here. And see if I can get one even started in the hole. I have to do all this blind. And you know what else doesn't help? Is I got big old hands, so it's hard to get into the shoe. Of course, you'd say you have big old feet too, which is true. You're right. But it's all right. It'll work. Got myself cloth here. Folded up several times. I'll put that over the top of the shoe. Like so, and then I'm going to hammer that down. Now we'll be hammering the shoe against it, but I should put something on the inside too, shouldn't I? So it doesn't imprint up through. Maybe I can put this end of the crowbar thingy